Guys, welcome back for another video. In today's video I'm going to be comparing the Jaguar I-Pace and the Model X. So at 1000 subscribers I'm going to be doing a special video on how I got 13,000 views on my most popular video. So if you want to see how I got so many views on one of my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also leave a comment on how many subscribers you're currently sitting at. So we're going to get into the review now, and I'm going to go over the differences and some similarities, and overall which car should you go for. They both start at the same pricing, so they all start at about £65,000, even the brand new Mercedes EQC. If you do actually want to see the Mercedes EQC versus the Tesla Model X, be sure to go check that out. Also, I'll put a card in the top right hand corner of the screen for you to click on that video. So we are going to start with this Jaguar I-Pace. So it starts from £65,000, as I said earlier, and it's a nice looking design. So as you can see, we have some images over here. We've got the exterior look from the front, which looks very futuristic and very nice, and is more of that future style. We've got the rear, which looks more like a box, but still it's given that more boot space because of the batteries. Normally the boot, you don't have a lot of space left. Now it's got a good aerodynamic design, I would say. It looks sort of sporty, so if you want something large, not too large, maybe medium sized SUV, and you want something that looks sporty, has the performance, then maybe this is the car for you. So we're going to explore the performance just so you can get some stats. So we've got a 90 kilowatt hour battery, and we've got a 0 to 60 in just under 4.5 seconds. It's got 700 Newton meters with 400 horsepower, and is a automatic. So it's got dual motors and is, like I say, a very nice looking car. So like always, we're going to build our own Jaguar. So let me just play this up. Right, so I couldn't get the configurator to work, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to build the Jaguar. I'm just going to go over through these images and we'll just go from there. So the design looks just like a normal Jaguar. So if you've ever owned a Jaguar F-Pace or any other Jaguar, so XF, this is basically the same. Now if you compare it to a Range Rover or a Land Rover, then this has a very similar design. So the infotainment system is the exact same as you'd find on a Land Rover or a Range Rover, pretty much. You've got loads of physical buttons, which is nice to see. You can see this is the interior. It's got this white leather, so they look really comfortable, and you can see the doors from the inside look really futuristic with the amount of detail that they go through. Now we've got lots of physical buttons. Again, that's what I mentioned earlier. So we've got it for the climate control and everything. That's easy to just click one button rather than going into a menu of lots of small icons on the display. So this is just a quicker way of getting to a thing you might need. So we've got a digital driving display. You can display all sorts of features on the car. You can display your speed, your navigation, your radio. If you want to change your radio, you can do it via the multifunctional steering wheel. You can change the volume, and you can pick up calls if you connect your phone to Bluetooth via the car. You've got cruise control, heated seats, all the usual features you need for daily driving, to town, or even on a long journey. Now for charging, if you're going to be home charging and you're going to be using the car every single day, then I recommend you get installed a pod point charger, which you can get either tethered or non-tethered. And what that means basically is where if you want the cable to be tethered, so that means you can wrap it around, or you don't need to wrap it around this box. And we've also got to mention the price, so you can get it installed in your home under £450 here in the UK, and it will charge your car in just over 10 hours, so you'll be ready to go in the next morning once you wake up to wherever you need to go. Now, it has an estimated range of 290 miles, and is overall that will be enough for any use. Now, just for those of you who are in Europe, that's about 500 kilometers, or closer to about 450 kilometers. So we're now going to go and look at the seats. So they're all just sports seats, so they're optimal for your back. It just wraps around you, and it's available in a range of different colours. You can see you've got a good head support, so you can rest your head, and the seats look relatively comfortable, so if you are going on a long drive, you shouldn't have any back pain. It's quite bright when you have this white colour on the seats, so it just brightens the car up, so if you happen to be driving in the night, I'm sure this will bring more light into the car, as it is a lighter colour than darker. So it's very quiet when you're driving on the road. You'll barely even hear that the actual batteries are running, so you won't be able to notice it at all unless it's just a wind noise or tyre noise, which is the normal usual you'd hear from any car. Now, it does have an app just like the Tesla, so we have cabin preconditioning, which you can also do in Tesla. You can check all your stats, how much your car has gained in percentage of battery, how much range you've got left, if you want a preconditioned battery, how much juice is in the car, which is basically the same as charging percentage, how much left of charging, and so on and so forth, if it's locked or unlocked. So that's pretty much it for the Jaguar. Now we're going to move on to the Model X. I have individual reviews of both of these cars now. There'll be a release of the Jaguar I-Pace pretty soon when we hit 970 subscribers. So make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button if you want to see more content. I'm uploading every other day, so that is the time schedule for those of you who don't know. And this is the brand new Tesla Model X. Now this is the 2022 version or the 2021 version of the Model X. So this is a large electric SUV vehicle released by Tesla, and it's suitable to carry about 5 adults and 2 younger children. So you've got all your colour options, and these are usually about £1,000 extra if you're not going with the standard white colour that they provide. So this again starts at about £65,000. It's got a range of about 260 miles to about 300 miles, but it depends on the variant you go for and the trim and battery specifications you go for. So you've got the long range, which is dual motor, and you've got a tri-motor available, which is called the Plaid, which is £20,000 more extra. Now, bear in mind, these are just the specifications from the US, so everything you see is from the US model of this variant. So we're going to go on to the next, and that is going to be the wheels and the rims. So pretty standard. Let me just get rid of this. So, okay, right. So we've got 20-inch wheels or 21-inch wheels, which is normal for the Tesla Model X. And sometimes you can also get 22-inch. Yes, so 22-inch turbine wheels on this model. So again, very nice design. Aerodynamics look good, and the actual tyre itself looks good. Don't know the brand of this tyre, but I'm sure you'll like the tyre. You will most likely going to be replacing the tyre anyway, so it won't be a deal. So this is the brand new interior for those of you who haven't seen the brand new Teslas. Now this is pretty much standard on all the brand new Teslas. So they've got a landscape 15-inch screen, and as you can see, everything is controlled by the screen. Your air conditioning, to your radio, to your satellite navigation, to your air climate control, and it's very minimalistic, it's very simple. It's got a digital driving display where you can display all your stats, your driving stats, so how much you've done, so your trip computer. The seats look very comfortable, and you've got a wireless charging pad just below the screen there, so you can charge your phone if it supports wireless charging. You've got different colours available, so you've got the all black, and you've got the walnut decor for an extra £2,000, and the black and white. So very nice combination. The black and white brings lots of colour to the brings lots of light to the car, and is overall very nice. So like I mentioned earlier, you can get 7 seats available in this car. Now the 2 in the rear I would recommend for only 2 younger children and not adults, because they're going to be uncomfortable unless it is on a shorter journey. So for adults to be comfortable, I'd recommend only getting the 5-seat interior. And if you are carrying any additional piece of kit or additional family, so could be your grandma or your friends or whatever, then you can choose depending on your variant. So it is a lot more expensive. So the most expensive is the 6-seat interior for some reason, and the 7-seat interior is cheaper than the 6-seat interior. But yeah, so you've got Autopilot, which is a very useful feature. Now what that does, it steers you in lane, and it can accelerate and brake automatically and do everything you need it to do. You can navigate on autopilot, it can auto lane change, it can auto park, and it can recognize and respond to traffic lights and stop signs pretty well. And it's supposed to have automatic driving city streets as an upcoming update. So pretty similar features, but I think the Jaguar I-Pace has generally a better layout when it comes to quick navigations. So when you need climate control, or you need to change a setting, or anything that you just need to get to quickly, rather than in the Tesla you're just going to be going to little icons, little menus to turn on certain bits of the car. Now again, this has variants of the autopilot, So enhanced or fully self-driving compatibility, I recommend to go for the full. And also it's got a decent battery, and also it performs pretty well. 0 to 60 is just under 3.8 seconds, top speed 155 miles, and looks very nice. They call it the Falcon Eagle sometimes because of the rear doors, but overall stunning looking car, and I recommend you probably go with the Tesla Model X if you want a longer range, and the Jaguar I-Pace if you want to have them shortcut buttons and overall a better system. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.